Hey everybody. How is everyone doing this lovely day? Welcome to the stream. And yeah, let's have some drawing fun. Today I am a little bit tired, out of energy, I would say. Also, this is a bit too loud for me. There we go, that's better. So I got my first shot today. So the FBI and the world government is very successfully following the chip that they put into me. So, but yeah, it got me a little bit tired. I don't know. I got a bit sleepy. Couldn't really get any work done today after the shot, so I was just mostly chilling. And since I'm not super energetic at the moment, I thought let's just keep it slightly shorter. Let's see how we do with that. Usually I never manage to keep it shorter, but usually I'm also not low energy. So let's see what happens. Hey Berna, hey Manuel and Kim, welcome to the stream. What I'm doing here is just some sort of, it's not a ship, it's like a hover space thing, and somebody's riding it, but then like almost riding it like a horse, like reining it in. So I don't know why I had this idea. I just thought, let me draw this now. As always, if anybody has any questions, I'll gladly help out and try and explain things. So just feel free to ask. Yeah, I guess that's how I'm doing today. I'm doing okay. I'm just a little bit low energy due to the vaccine shot. But yeah, nothing really serious. It's just a little bit of pain in my arm where I got the vaccine. And other than that, all is fine, I guess. Alright. I feel like I'm a bit low, sitting low. I need to come higher or lower? I don't know. Doesn't feel that super comfy. I have a little bit of water and I prepared some ink for myself just in case if I want to turn this into an ink wash. Not sure what I want to do just yet. I had some paper here to keep it from getting dirty. There we go. What type did you get? I got Pfizer. Yeah, also got Pfizer. I think my girlfriend also got Pfizer, so it seems that that's the most common thing that they have here in the Netherlands. The Pfizer one. What happened? Remembered about the good old commie days? What do you mean? You need to be a bit more precise there, Manuel. Not sure what you mean by, yeah, the shot, exactly. I wasn't shot as in a good old commie days. I wanted to make this a little bit more rounded. There we go. Yeah. And my second one will be at the end of July. So then I will be fully under the control of the Illuminati. There we Maybe some kind of lo-fi music for lo-fi music. Okay, let's see. What is this with people having... I mean, do you hear the music now and you don't like it, or you just don't hear music? All my fam got AstraZeneca. I was just at the one of my friends today, like, because he lived close to the place where I got the shot, and he said also that he got AstraZeneca. Apparently here they preferentiate older people for the AstraZeneca because lower chances of I don't know, complications. Simpsons. Hey Saman, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I just realized, I moved this a little bit more. There we go. So I thought that it would be maybe a bit interesting for you guys if you don't just constantly see the top of my head. So now you can see my forehead, I guess. Also, I'm super zoomed in, I just noticed. Okay, let me push this a bit back. There we go. A little bit more. And then rotate it. Ooh. Music is fine, but it makes me feel like I'm going to have fight with some villain. Okay, I do not want you to feel like you have to fight with some villain. Okay, let's see. I do have hip hop here somewhere. Hip hop. We take out fantasy, and I also vocal. Let's say instrumental. There we go. And play. Ooh. My headphone is... Ooh. The bass went to the other. Okay, these are not good headphones anymore. That's a shame. I did sell my soul to the Sith Lords, yes, I guess so. I do guess so. Actually, let me detail this rider just a little bit more, because I didn't really put any details into him. Music might be a bit too loud. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that it might be a bit too loud, especially since I have a somewhat whispery voice today as well. So I tuned it a bit down. So if it's still too loud, tell me. Yeah, I think bass boosted as well, but I don't have the button for that. Yeah. Hey MVD Plays, welcome to the stream. So I tend to like to draw straight with my fine liner, just because then I feel like think less, because whenever I draw with like pencil and then go over with a fine liner afterwards, like I try to be super clean and I try to follow my lines, and just I'm a bit too cautious and the drawing ends up a bit too stiff. So I just realized that, and now I'm going to try to mitigate that a bit by doing most of the detail with my fine liner. The only thing is that I just find my sketchy style works more if I use markers, and for this one I was thinking of maybe using a little bit of ink wash, but I guess we'll see. see how it turns out. Do you like the game The Last of Us? I liked the first one. So okay, here's the thing. I didn't have a PlayStation for the longest time, and what I did, I was like watching the playthroughs of all the awesome PlayStation games, and I was watching the Last of Us playthrough as well, and I really liked it. And I told myself, as soon as I get the PS4 or PS3 in those days, I'm gonna get myself Last of Us, and I really liked it. I think I played through it twice. Yeah, I really liked it. And I did the same thing with Last of Us 2. So I watched the playthrough first, and I was just like, this is too miserable for me. Like the first one had like a lot of hope in it and everything, and this was just misery, and I don't feel like that. I don't want to be miserable. Sometimes I feel like playing games where, okay, I don't mind being miserable, especially if it's a story game. But I don't know. I just did not feel like it. Maybe one day I will pick it up, but for now, meh. For now, I think I will skip it for a while. Salman Kusher, is that a hover? Yeah, it's sort of a hover motorcycle, but it's like the guy is riding it with like reining it in like horses. So I thought that would be interesting if you have this sort of high-tech thing, and then the guy is using these sort of things to control it, which I don't think it makes sense, but doesn't have to make sense now, does it? There, like maybe he's also some sort of cowboy guy, and we gave him a holster there. Are you interested in 2D or 3D animation? Much less 3D. 2D is interesting, it just takes forever. So in general, 2D animators have all my respect, but I don't know if I was... Every now and then I do a little thing, so like when, what's it called, Procreate came out with its animation helper tool things. I did a couple short ones, but it's just so slow. Wow, not for me. The same happened to me. I bought the PS3 in a sale, and the first game I played was The Last of Us. Did you like it though? Like, or were you more depressed by it? Also, I feel like The Last of Us was interesting for me because it was a period of my life where I didn't want to hear about zombie games, because everything was a zombie story. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to hear about zombie stories, and yet that still changed my mind. So I guess that's why it's even more positive if I think back to it. I remember I saw the trailer for Days Gone on the PlayStation, and I was like, this looks to be like the most generic thing ever. And I just never cared about it. And I think it was half a year ago, that I saw that Days Gone was down to like $15, $20, something like that, and I just needed to, not that I needed, but I finished all my PlayStation games and I just wanted to get something new, and I thought, okay, like it is quite cheap now, so let's see, because some good reviews started coming out of it. I thought like, okay, let me try it, if nothing else, I'll just return it. And I sort of fell in love with it. I really loved that game. What about Uncharted? I just finished Uncharted 4 again. So I did a replaying all the Uncharted games a couple of months ago. From the first one all the way to Uncharted 4. It's just totally Indiana Jones, man. It's awesome. I guess everybody who knows Uncharted just knows how good it is. There's nothing you can say about it that's bad. It's a proper Indiana Jones feel. I'm curious what they're gonna make with the movie. I really like Tom Holland. I just find him to be extremely young for the role. I don't know God Hand, and I never had a PS there. I was one of those kids who was not allowed to have a console. I was allowed to have a computer because you can do work on the computer. And then little did my parents know that you can also game on the computer, and you can become a PC Master Race kind of person that I became for the longest time. But yeah, the first console I got was a PS3, and I got it while I was already moved out from my parents, living on my own. Manuel, I like it a lot. I played it 3 times. Oh wow, okay. It was one of my top games for a long time. I did like it. Representative of it, the stage of you fight zombies, you fight humans, you fight zombies. Yeah. The thing with Days Gone is like they really created the hype, and when they realized it, the game just faded in the ashes. Yeah, but I mean, it was interesting because I think I heard that also the game came out a bit bugged, the Days Gone. But I mean, I picked it up this year or 2020, I don't know which year, and it was running smooth as hell. It was quite nice. I have to play Days Gone, that's one in my list, but yeah, it didn't click me. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're gonna like it, Manuel, if you're a little bit bored of the open world sort of games, because it is an open world sort of game. But the whole giant zombie hordes, I liked it a lot. So the thing is, I don't like scary games and I don't like zombie games, and this is, especially in the beginning, that was the fun part for me, that you are very weak. And like if you come across like, I don't know, 15, 20 zombies, like you're a little bit screwed if you don't run away quickly, and you don't have the stamina to run away, so it is quite intense. And then as you go along in the game, you get better weapons, you can upgrade your stamina, and then you end at the point where, as in the beginning you were afraid of all the zombies, now you're just hunting them like with pure pleasure, and you're going for those 100, 200 giant hordes. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I don't like the back anymore. I thought I had a good idea for the back, and now I realize that I don't really have anything for it. It's a bit of a shame. Let's see if we can fix this quickly. I think we need something here on the side. Yeah. Oh, I want some cables going in there as well, and then I want one big thing where the thing comes out of, and maybe on the sides something like this. Okay, I'm a much bigger fan of this now. Works better. Yeah, World War Z I haven't played. Yeah, I worked on Horizon Zero Dawn, and Manuel just finished playing it, didn't he? I was talking with Manuel that it took me a while to get into the game, because in the beginning it was a bit too generic and I didn't care about it, up until parts of the backstory, especially how the Earth became how it became, that started unfolding, and then I was like really hooked by it, and I just wanted to know more about the backstory. And also the type of huntings, because you can get all sorts of different traps that can help you and get you better results with the different robots. Yeah, at the end I liked that. I'm pretty sure I will replay it sooner or later. I did see the trailer for the new one. I don't know, it looks very much like the previous one. I don't know what's really different, other than, yeah, now the climbing points are not big yellow things. But I guess I'll give it a chance, since I did enjoy the first one. Let's see. Brenna, are you gaming though? I don't think it's age related, necessarily. Like, as I said, today I visited one of my friends, and he's, I think, 62, and he was just gushing to me about Ghost of Tsushima. He really loved it, because he knew that I was also recommending it to him, because I also was totally in love with it. I'm pretty sure though that I'm older than you, because I can list some games that probably nobody in the chat would know, or maybe they heard of it but definitely never played it. Hey Willie the Blaine, welcome to the stream. Kim says, I just don't like the fact that I lose my whole day whenever I start. I feel you. Yeah, I know, man. I know. That's why usually I make sure that I either don't have anything else planned, or I just make sure that I have a day specifically for that. Especially with newer games that I know that I can get very involved with, stuff like Ghost of Tsushima. I just plan around that. Yeah. Also, unlike I don't have kids, and the girlfriend also likes gaming, so I'm pretty lucky when it comes to that. So I don't really feel like I'm wasting my time, because I don't have other responsibilities. I just make sure that all my responsibilities are covered. And then, okay, let's take a small break and let's drink some water. I can't wait to be retired and play video games all day. Sounds good. Godhead, Gamehead, stupidest ending song you've ever heard. Was it like a Japanese type of game? Those have somewhat weird music. Okay, and Nico says, I used to play video games all the time, but I got to the point where I was wasting my time, so now I play when I don't have any other. Well, yeah, that's the solution as well. I don't think I ever wasted my time with video games. I feel like, yeah, I could do something more creative sometimes when I play video games, but I just enjoy them a lot, and I'm like, yeah, some people like to go out and play football, and some people like to play video games. It's totally fine, as long as you do it, of course, in moderation. Like, I was never the type of person who just stopped everything else. Like, I still like going out and having fun with my friends. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the wife gets a bit grumpy when yeah, exactly. You just have to hook her on a game, man. Like, get something that she likes as well. That's the trick. I see Berna is not the biggest gamer amongst us. Well, actually, speaking of games, I think I am a little bit inspired by a game for this one. There's a new game coming out which is sort of based on the art style of Mobius, and the game is called Sable or Sable. I guess it's French, I imagine, since it's also Mobius based. And that one has the protagonist riding on a hover bike in the desert with Mobius's art style. I really I tried out the demo and I really liked it. And I think subconsciously that stuck a little bit in me. And that's why we're doing this now. Yes, it looks Japanese, but it's English song. The whole song is him singing the name of his special attacks. Oh yeah, that does sound a bit silly. What does your girlfriend play? She mostly plays Hearthstone, and she's actually really good. She got to legend rank one of these months, but she went crazy for Legend of the what was it? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that was her game. But I also got her, I don't know what it was called, so Olympus game from Ubisoft, and she liked that one as well. She's all about, well, if it's not Hearthstone, she likes the exploration games. There we go. My girlfriend dropped a bomb on me today. She said, I like playing with you, and I was like, but we don't have two switches to play together. And she said, well, we don't have two PCs either. Wait, what? So, okay, so I'm a bit lost. I said, does she want to get another PC or another Switch? What are you gonna do now? I mean, you can play a lot of games on the Switch, right? With two controllers, or with those silly detachable little handhold things. Thank you, Suraj. Is the turtle okay after the mech attack? Oh wow! Did I miss something there, Kim? Here's the angry wife. Can you draw a bunny with long ears on the seat? Okay, bunny with long. I will incorporate the bunny with long ears somewhere. I want Kim to be able to play video games, so maybe if we appease you, then Kim can play more video games. Do you do environments as well? I mean, I guess I did this. I don't know if this counts necessarily as an environment. And I did some live sketching, urban sketching when I was in Amsterdam. But usually I like vehicles and robots and stuff like that more. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna bring up a cute bunny here on the side. Cute bunny. Images. Long ears. Ahmed Shergi, is it marker? No, this is ink wash. This is ink wash. And I guess that's what I want to do here as well. Okay, let me see. I don't really see cute. What? Kim, why does your wife torture me with cute stuff? I don't get it. Here, I found something. I don't know if it's cute or not, but I like it. The turtle got attacked in your latest YouTube video. Oh man. I don't even remember that. Oh, that one. Yeah. The turtle didn't get attacked. It's just the mech jumped in front of the camera. Turtle is fine actually. The turtle has because this was a tortoise, so there's a turtle and a tortoise, both of them. So one of the underwater one, and there's also the one that is just a proper land turtle. There we go. Let me do the death. What was it? Love, Death and Robots. So heart across and the robot. I think that's cool. That should work. It's not cute, but it's like almost cute. Let's say it's almost cute. Yeah, colors would look cool probably, but I'm a bit too lazy. Berna, can you show some shading techniques with fine liners? Yeah, let's do some shading on this one in a second. I will do that. So first let's finish up our bunny here with the long ears. There we go. There we go. And then the heart, the cross, and then sort of, oh, this, I think this fine liner is sort of dead. Unbelievable that you're drawing a well, it's sort of like an emblem, right? Maybe this speeder is called the hare or something like that. But yeah, so Berna, my most common one is just simple cross hatching, which is just, it's not even cross, it's just hatching technically. But then, for example, let me erase, or I'll come back here in a second. We'll come back with that. So I know that here I want this to be like nicely and rounded, like here and here you can see that these are rounded. So I usually just draw sort of a thing like this, and then I make sure to add a bit of hatching here as well. Here on the bottom, like this will go probably cross hatching just because I want it to be darker. So I just come in very gentle. This also, so if you want to do cross hatching, I usually go with a thinner one. So this is 0.05 and my main drawing one was 0.2. So this way it seems more gentle. And the thing is a little bit about, well, not a little bit, quite a bit about patience. And what I also do, because this is sort of a rounded surface, I don't just make straight lines, I try to come a little bit like this. It's just that they're a bit small, so you can't really see it that well, but I try to keep them a little bit crossed like that. And then usually, let me take this one, if we have this, right, and I have my cross hatching like this, you get a little bit of reflected light from below. So I make sure that I either cross it again here, or I just go over it again and I don't go all the way down. So here I'm gonna tilt it a bit more, and I'm gonna make sure that I leave it a little bit open below, just so you have this feeling of a little bit of light reflected there. Okay, I don't like this song, it's a bit too aggressive. Let's switch. Where do we have this? There we go. Procreate or Autodesk Sketchbook. Procreate on the iPad, Autodesk Sketchbook on the computer. You didn't, yeah, Kim's wife didn't ask for I thought you asked for a cute bunny, no? Maybe I misread. It was just a bunny with long ears. Okay, well then I satisfied the query even more, I would say. Hey Krankoop. Oh, Rodu, okay. Jesus Christ, can you stop changing your name every 5 seconds? bigger. Let me see how big you. Yeah, I guess I could zoom in. Okay, let's see how this looks. Have you heard Odyssey by Home? It's on SoundCloud. I don't listen to SoundCloud. Like, this is because YouTube will have issues if I listen to music that is copyrighted. So these are songs that I know for sure that I'm allowed to use. I'm gonna do more hatching as well, so don't worry. You will probably see it. So yeah, talking of hatching, like this is in shadow, so I'm just gonna hatch this as well. And here I use my thicker one just because this in darker shadow. What you can do, you can also come in and just draw 1 or 2 lines. Actually, I don't need this anymore now that I'm not drawing with pencil. And in general, if you give a couple of these hatch lines, also it will give a bit of more roughness to whatever you're drawing. And I want my surface to seem a little bit rougher. As always, I always say this, but for line thickness, the lines that are pointing downwards, like the bottom of the objects, are usually thicker. Overlapping lines, where you want to make sure that one surface overlaps the other one, are also thicker, just for if you want to keep things a bit clearer. Yeah, I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, but yeah. Hey, I paid a bunch of money to be able to listen to music, so I'm just gonna keep this. Okay, so we're going back to the bunny's ear, and I don't know how well you can see it. Let me see my thing here. Oh, let me see. Oh, it's a bit out of focus now. Okay, just give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can focus in on this one. Configure video, camera control, focus. Ah, there we go. Wait. Oh, sharp. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that if I move the camera, the focus was not on auto. There we go. So you should see this now, nicely, I hope. Dumb question, but is this for the weekly challenge? I already posted for the weekly challenge. You can check that. This is not a sleek vehicle, no. So I did a basic hatching here, and now because I want to have sort of a fade. So lighter here and darker there. So I'm just gonna start. Oh, is this a bit too dark? Okay. So what I do is I just slowly moving the hatches further away from each other and closer as I go there. So here I start further away, and then I start moving closer and closer and closer together until basically the lines are almost touching. Yeah, that's also a thing that I use quite often here as well. I can switch back to my bigger one. Suraj, I'm interested in recreating your art style, but without the outlines, fine liners. Huh? Direct color shading, preferably in an iPad. What? Can you do a tutorial for? I don't know if I understand your question, because my style is always with lines, just because I'm not good with colors. I'm much better with lines in general, because I guess that's what I'm used to. When I grew up, I just never understood colors, so I just stuck with lines. So I don't think I'm the right person for you if you want to do something without lines, because I don't think I have any drawings without lines, because I just work with lines. Bunny looks serious and cool. Thanks, Ibrahim. Okay, now I have to make the outlines of my dude a little bit darker so he doesn't mix too much with the background. I guess it would be smart to give him some sort of eyewear. Hey, the redacted computer, just to answer your questions, yes, Flower is here and happy, and no, there's no gerbils in the house. There we go. A little bit on this side. Thanks, Berna. I am actually toying with the idea of asking one of my friends who is teaching at the university where I was studying industrial design as well, if they need any more drawing instructors, just because I really enjoy this interacting with you guys, and whenever you guys are asking me something, I really like trying to explain my method as well as I can. So it always makes me happy when I hear someone like you say that my instructions or explanations are clear. Like this. So I went with honeycomb design here just to keep it a little bit futuristic, I guess. Gerbils at the uni. Now that is a good question. I don't remember ever seeing any. That does not say that there couldn't be gerbils at the uni. Okay, here's also an interesting thing for cross-hatching. So this is a hole that you see in, and usually, where is my dirty thing? Just to make it a bit bigger. Like if, let's say this is our hole and it goes in there, and then just so we have these ribs. Light comes from usually these directions, usually from above. So let's say the light comes from above. The rule of thumb is that it's darker further away back, and as you come closer there it becomes brighter. So it's really up to you. You can do all sorts of cross-hatching and hatching that will give you this effect of darker in the back and then it's becoming lighter in the front. Something with cross-hatching is also that you will learn that you can do from dot to dot, but you can also like pick it up halfway through. Well, what that will make is like you have a strong line that becomes thinner and thinner and thinner, and that will give you this fade away effect as well. So that's what I do here as well. I just let it fade away. I usually don't like the style where I have this many directions of cross hatches, so I try to stick to one or two. Like even this is a little bit iffy for me. So you have to figure out for yourself what you like and what you are comfortable with. Okay, here I wanted to do this. So I'm taking my thinner one and I'm just doing, as I said, this letting it fade away sort of thing. Go for the instructor thing, you have a talent for that. Oh, thanks, man. Love to hear that. I got the Horizon needlepoint metal barrel pen. Oh, you're liking it? That's good. Join the Discord and drop in, or I don't know if you joined the Discord, if you are in Discord already, but drop in something. I'm curious. Ooh, what you have to draw. Okay, so I think maybe I can detail a bit more. It's just I'm excited to do ink wash. I think I'm gonna make the outlines just a little bit darker on this side as well. This one could have a little bit of shadow, but technically it shouldn't have too much. I'm just gonna add something like this. Very light. Just because for me I feel like light is coming from this side. Well, it's not that I feel like, that's how I set it up. A bit more, and my favorite part in general is just adding wear and tear. So like this surface, like it could hit some sort of rocks, so it has some deformations here and there, and like for deformations I love to use like this sort of, when metal gets hit by something and it has those dents here as well, and just make a couple, well technically this should be straight. We can also add a couple exhaust ports, vents, whatever you want to call them. Make sure we can suggest a little bit of the shape as well, something like that. Here, if you want, like one of my favorite things is to suggest different material, is to do this sort of weird crosshatch where I have like 3-4 lines and I just keep on alternating the direction. And then this always gives some sort of interesting, different material feel. There we go. Okay. I feel like I'm being assassinated if I change my name. Oh, you will be. Not Rodici. At least with not Rodici, I know what's what. Yeah, let's add a little bit of wear and tear to the wings as well. And here as well. Like I really feel like this is the funnest part. It's not really what you would do as an industrial design related drawings, but everything that's illustration, it's fun because it just gives a little bit more story. Like every little dent, every little nook adds a little bit of story that you can just make up in your head when you see that, like, oh, there's a big sort of thing there, like what might have happened there. Here I can add a little bit of cross-hatching or hatching as well. There we go, and this is on the shadow side, so technically I'm just gonna come in with some lines here. Oh yeah, this pen is definitely dying. So Berna, once again, I start out close and then I slowly give more and more space. And this is also good for like when you're doing objects that are rounded. I did it here as well. By the way, could you explain the last prompt of the challenge on the Discord? Tehran. It's the capital of Iran. I don't know what else to explain about it. What's your specific question about it? Like my idea was to go with Azerbaijan in the beginning, and I thought Azerbaijan is like a huge country. Let me nail it down a little bit more, and then for some reason I switched from Azerbaijan to Iran and then to Tehran. No, so I did this. So I know that this here is like a famous monument in Tehran, and then everything else I just kept generic. But you can go with you can also just go with generally Persian or Iranian architecture or whatever you want. Are you going to hold a tiny funeral for the dying pen? Probably not, because it's not so tiny, it's normal pen size. So I would have to hold a normal pen funeral. Okay. Oh, why is there green in my black? Darn it. Okay, so I have my water here. So I put some ink in these before, so I'm just gonna loosen them up a little bit. And I usually do different amounts of ink. So technically this is lighter, darker, darker, and then that should be the darkest. But this doesn't feel like the darkest yet, so I'm gonna take a little bit more ink and add it there. And also always have a little bit of toilet paper next to me just to dry. There we go. Now this is nice and dark. But once again, Rudic, I told you that you don't have to use all in the same thing. So you can just use one or two. You don't have to use all the prompts. And this is very much like watercolor. I just start with the lightest and then I slowly go darker. So I'm just gonna take some here and slowly start working it in. I want that to be a darker material. I can go to a darker one here. Yeah, I could go much darker with this. There's really no big difference with that one, so I'm just gonna go over it again. I can't draw that city because of feelings. It's India ink. There it is. Oh no, I spritzed a little bit. Oh, that sucks. Something like that should work there. I'm gonna take my darker one and just do it here on the side. So this is in shadow, so I'm gonna mix it with a bit more water, maybe a bit here as well, and do the top with the more watered down version. So technically this should be a bit lighter. And I will leave that little thing that I created there white, and that will be the reflection in this case. Okay, I also want this surface to be a bit darker, and I'm just gonna try and play with it and paint in inside of the honeycombs. That should. And then maybe I'll come later with a much lighter thing over all of it. Yeah, for some reason I love using the word spritzing, but yeah. For non-German users, it's actually I don't know what's a good non-German word for that. It's just such a nice word, spritzing. You can't really do it in English. I guess the bunny can stay white, and then the whole thing is going to have a little bit of a gray to it. And here we have a bend. Like there's, we're gonna have a little bit of extra white there as well. So I'm gonna leave that empty for now. Fill this in. Fill in this area as well. And then come a little bit down here and connect there. The only problem with this is, as I said, very much like watercolor. If it dries, it's gonna leave those marks. I'm gonna leave it like this. I think this works for now. Just make the noise like Windex spray noise. Yeah, that. That's a good description. Like, psst, psst, I guess. Psst. I don't know. That sounds stupid. I'm not gonna do that noise again. Okay, this is a bit much water. I'm gonna try and take some of it off. Okay. I feel like I should be a bit braver now. I could slowly start coming in with a bit darker gray. So what's also nice when you do stuff like this, at least what I like, is I paint different surfaces. So this, opposed to here, I like this more because I left this area a bit white and it will give you a nice little texture. So that's something that's worth keeping in mind when you're doing watercolors or ink wash in this case, to paint within areas, because if you have these nice little white surfaces, you get extra detail. Okay, I'm gonna go to my darker now. Let's see how brave I can be. Beatboxing Robert, yeah, no, we don't want that, please. Yes, I'm coming with my darker, and I'm gonna try and leave as a little sliver of non-black area there below. Okay, and I find this a little bit too dark, no problem. I just water up my brush, take some of the water off, and then I can try and spread it above it, especially here. There we go. And with this I just dissolve that if it's a bit too dark, and no problem. So how do you guys like this new camera that is right up in my face instead of looking at the top of my head? I am curious. Let me hear what you think. Is it better, worse? Pretty much the same? Or you just don't care? Camera is good, improvement. Okay, then we will do this. I just have to make sure that it's still on me. DJ squeaks. Oh yeah. So I wanted to make these lines a little bit more prominent. And we can make this here a bit darker as well. That intake, whatever. These can also be a bit emphasized. You can use also the dark. Oh, this might be a bit too dark, but fine, I'll just mix it up a bit. You can use these to emphasize also the, not mistakes, but the little not perfections on your surfaces. Oh, there's something that, there we go, take it off, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna come back with a light one there. This chord became jerp chord. That's you're forcing it now. It's not your usual level of funniness. That's a bit forced, the jerp chord, I feel. Just my honest opinion. Might be wrong. Okay. I could come in with a darker one, I feel like. Either way, I need dark on my character here. So I would say the shirt. This should be nice and dark. Something like that. Then we can do a lighter gray for the jacket. Usually I take a minute and wait until one dries before I go in with the other, just because I might have a bit too much water, like in this case, and I don't want to touch the darker color in this case because it's gonna run. And I don't want it to run. Something like that. I think I can use this for the pants as well. Let's do that. And I will leave the feet will stay white. Just because why not? Okay, and I think I will use the same for the smoke. Wow, this became darker. I did not expect this to be darker. But alright, okay. I'll learn to live with it. Once again, I'm going to leave like a room in between the different smokestacks, I guess. Take some of that darker one, since there's like extra material or ink in this case. Yeah, there was a lot of ink on my brush. I can take some from here as well. Have to work a little bit faster if I want to keep big surfaces. There we go. I was trying to decide which camera angle is better. I think both are okay. This version is just more focused on you. I like it. All right. This camera version has two positives. We're sticking with it. Will front be darker as line weight? Yeah, you can do that, but I feel like that if you want to exaggerate a little bit more, otherwise it's not that necessary. If it runs, wouldn't it get... Okay, alright. Dude, just stop and look what you did. It's great. Thank you, man. It is fun to draw these. So I feel like now I could... Well, I feel like it's good for today. Maybe what Ibrahim said is right, and I might take... Let's see, are we dry? Yeah, we are dry. I might take this one and just make the front a little bit stronger, just like that, and then go all the way there. The thing is, if you make lines much darker, it becomes a bit comic booky because of the strong outline, but it's okay. Hey! Okay, what we can do is add a couple of speed lines just to emphasize the speed of our thing a little bit more. Something like that. Not always necessary, but I think in this case it helps. And then what I would do is like add a couple of more of these flying things just for the composition, because right now it's a bit, so probably one here. And I see I schmutzed a little bit the paper with my greasy fingers. Leif, hey, do you know of any easy way to simply move vanishing points in Sketchbook that are equidistant apart for Sketchbook Pro? I mean, you mean the Sketchbook on the digital Sketchbook? Not really, because I usually I draw the vanishing points from head. Just a little bit, add some colors. All right, we will make. Well, the thing is, I should have added colors before the grays, so I can make the bunny a light blue. That's what we're going to do to make everybody happy. And because I'm too lazy to stand up and get new clean water, because look how dirty this is from all the ink. I have another little watering device here, and I have my good old drinking water, and I'm just gonna use that. Yummy, yummy. There we go. Water. Yes, Autodesk Sketchbook. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just you grab the vanishing points and you move them. I don't know what a faster way to do that is. Jesus Christ, the redacted computer. Okay. So, okay, what I'm doing now is just, because I have this nice blue here and I don't want to push and waste more blue, I'm just stealing some of this. There we go. Now I got a good grab on it. Yeah, I think that works. There you go. You have a blue rabbit now. Everybody can be happy. iPad Pro is Cintiq. I have an iPad Pro, but I feel the screen size of a Cintiq is more helpful. Actually, I only have a 13-inch Cintiq, so it's the same size as the iPad. I do prefer the Cintiq just because I like drawing on a computer more than on an iPad, but I don't care about screen size, to be honest. Pink bunny. Oh, too late. Sorry, it became a blue bunny. Watering. Here are the speed lines. Speed lines are not comic booky, not necessarily. Red heart, pink cross, and black skull. Okay, we can do that. I think I have red here, and I have pink. Okay, so we're gonna take, ooh, I forgot that I just colored there. Okay, this is my red. Don't move away, red, stay there. It's a bit more orangey than just pure red, but I think it will work for us. There we go. I like the pink cross, that's a nice idea. Okay, let's take this hot pink here. Not sure how visible this pink will be, but okay. Do some yellow for the fumes in the rear. I like the white there. Might work, but I don't know, I do like the white. I actually like using the Intuos tablet and the monitor for neck and eye coordination. Yeah. I had a friend who was a professional artist, and even though he had an Intuos, he was still using it almost as a... no, he had a Cintiq, but he was using it as an Intuos just because he liked his hand being out of the way more. No, I'm not being creative. I'm just following instructions. No creativity here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do the yellow to the thing, but if it's not working, it's not working, and we're calling it a day afterwards. Let's see. I am curious about this now, so let me make a little bit of. Let me clean this up. So I have yellow there, this is yellow, and this seems to be a pure yellow. Let me try that one first. Oh, this is a bit too light. I'm gonna take some of this orangish yellow. Let's see how hard. Let's see what happens if my yellow goes over the grays. Take a bit more of it. I want the yellow to be stronger closer to the source, and then it fades as we go away from it. I guess that should somewhat work, and something that I could do to make it extra interesting is bring in a bit of oranginess, and then we can have a nicer fade even. So there's a little bit of orange here now. There we go. What did we miss? I tried calling a day, like Monday or Friday, they never called. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you, whenever you watch these streams, are you like sitting there with a pun book open, just looking up puns? Like I feel I could even bring in a little bit of almost red here. Oh, that sounds like beatboxing. Somebody wanted beatboxing. Well, there you go. Okay, I think I'll stop there. Wash this one out. Mark where I want further things. These can come next time. Just to have the page full. All right. I think this is it, guys, for today. As I said, I'm a little bit more sleepy, tired, under the weather today. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. Nice suggestions with a blue bunny and the color in the smoke. And yeah, with that, I will say goodbye. Oh, I can't move my hand. All right. Goodbye, everybody, and see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Have a nice weekend, all the nice things, and then see you maybe in a secret stream soon. Bye-bye.